What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to recap yesterday's game between our Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys continuing to tune into the channel, continuing to support your boy. If you would like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you would like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. But I do really appreciate each and every one of you guys continuing to help me grow my channel. We are currently on the road to 2,000 subscribers. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So first off, like I stated, I do want to talk about or recap yesterday's game between our Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We did lose the game to the Buccaneers by a score of 48-25. I believe was the final score. The Falcons did drop to 0-2 on the season. But there were some positives that I took from this game. Some things that I think we did well. Some things that I think we need to improve upon going forward in the season. And I do want to jump right into first talking about the positive things that I noticed in this game. The first thing that I noticed in this game was the adjustments that were made by Arthur Smith as our head coach and offensive coordinator. I talked about how I wanted to see if these guys were going to bounce back from the week 1 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. I wanted to see if the coaches were going to make the proper adjustments. And I do believe on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense, they did a good job of making adjustments. Arthur Smith did a great job in this game of getting his playmakers involved. Kyle Pitts had a really good game where he was able to have some explosive plays in this game. Calvin Ridley scored a touchdown in this game on a really nice route on 4th down, on 4th and goal. Cordell Patterson continues to impress me week in and week out. He has been the bright spot on the Atlanta Falcons offense. He's been one of those playmakers consistently. He had 2 touchdowns in this game. One was a rushing touchdown. The other was a play where he was blocking and then released out for a short pass in the red zone to score another touchdown. But he's been really explosive for us this season, not only in the kickoff return game, but also as a running back on our team. So I was really impressed with the playmakers in this game, the way that Arthur Smith used a variety of formations. We've seen a various amount of formations in this game. We've seen Cordell Patterson and Mike Davis run the Wildcat. We've seen Matt Ryan on a quarterback keeper, which was like a RPO type play where Matt Ryan faked the handoff and was able to convert on the 2-point conversion. And I think Arthur Smith just coached a really good game or called a really good game on the offensive side of things. He opened up the playbook from week 1, which I think was really vanilla. In week 1, we were very vanilla. You didn't see a lot of guys open in the red zone. We didn't score any touchdowns in week 1's game against the Eagles. We were only able to put up 2 field goals or 6 points in that game. And in this game, we were able to get into a rhythm. Arthur Smith showed some of that genius that he had when he was with the Tennessee Titans, and Matt Ryan was able to get into a rhythm in this game. And it looks like the passing game was a lot better in this game compared to week 1's game. He did a good job of showing the Buccaneers different looks and getting the ball out of Matt Ryan's hands really quickly. The offensive line played a lot better in this game. Guys like Jalen Mayfield, who made a lot of mental errors in that first game. I told you guys, give this guy time. He's only a rookie, and I seen improvement from him coming from week 1 into week 2. So I was really impressed with the offensive line. Things looked a lot cleaner on offense and defense. They cleaned up those false start penalties and things of that nature, and the holding penalties in this game. I don't remember seeing too many holding penalties in this game, and Jalen Mayfield only had 1 false start in this game. So they did a good job of cleaning up some of those penalties that we saw in that first game. So I really think that the coaching staff, Arthur Smith as the head coach and Dean Pease, did a good job of getting these guys prepared for this game against the Buccaneers. The second thing that I noticed in this game is on the defensive side of the ball, we were able to get pressure with 4 up front. And I was really impressed. Dante Fowler Jr. came away with a strip sack fumble in this game. Marlon Davidson was able to get a sack in this game. And Deion Jones was able to get a sack in this game. So we left the game with 3 sacks. But it was other plays where they did get to Brady and did hit Brady while he was in the pocket. But I was really impressed with the defensive adjustments as well that I saw in this game. Early on in the game, we ran a lot of zone coverages. We didn't bring a lot of pressure, and Tom Brady kind of took advantage of that. But a lot of the touchdown for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came on short fields due to the special teams, and that's something that we must improve upon moving forward. Is the special teams unit. I think that that's definitely something that we really struggle with in this game. Our punter, Nazalet, did a poor job of punting the ball in this game. He had 2 crucial shank punts for only about 30 yards, where we gave the ball to the Buccaneers on our side of the field in our territory, and that's a no-no in the NFL. You have to win the field position game. You have to win the special teams, or you have to win the game on all phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And I feel like the special teams dropped the ball in this game as far as the punter. Cam Nazalek, I think that they said that we are looking for a new punter this week, and he may be cut, or they're bringing in some guys to compete with Cam Nazalek for that punting job. But that was one of the downfalls in this game. That's something that I definitely think that the Falcons are going to have to improve upon going forward, is the punting game and the field position game. But as far as the defense, they did have a couple of 3-and-outs in this game, which I was really impressed with. And they had the 1 turnover where they was able to get that strip sack with Dante Fowler. Now, another play in this game where we didn't get the ball, but it was a heads-up play on defense as well, was Foye Oluokun was able to knock the ball out, where he punched the ball out of Leonard Fournette's hands. And if we would have been able to recover, we would have got the ball in the red zone because we were on their side of the field. But I think the defense did a really good job at tackling in this game, and they did a really, really good job of cleaning up some of the coverage errors that we seen in the first game. In the first game, we did see some blown coverages and things of that nature. But in this second game, they did a really good job of keeping everything in front of them. Even though there were holes in our zone and stuff like that, I think they did a solid job in coverage in this game. And there were a couple opportunities where we could have had interceptions. One that was dropped by Fabian Monroe. Another play, Jacob Tuioti-Mariner was able to knock the ball or bat the ball in the air, and we had an opportunity for an interception on that play as well. But for the most part, I was pretty much happy for what I seen out of the offense and the defense, and what things that we were able to improve upon from game 1 to game 2. Now, another thing that I think was really good by Arthur Smith in this game was taking advantage of running the ball on the edges. They did a good job of running toss plays and making the adjustment of not running into the teeth of that Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. That was the number 1 rushing defense in the league last year. They did a good job of tossing the ball to the outside, and that's how Cordell Patterson was able to score the first touchdown of the season. They did a good job of using the tight ends like Kyle Pitts to seal off the edges. So Cordell Patterson and so Mike Davis could get out on the edges and run. But I think they did a good job of stretching that defensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, not allowing those guys just to pin their ears back and stop the run. So that was another adjustment that I seen in this game that they made on the offensive side of the ball by Arthur Smith, which was a very smart scheme to start using the not only running the ball between the teeth of the defense, but to try to get the ball on the outside and run the ball on the edges. And we had a lot of success yesterday running the ball on the edges and getting the ball out to the playmakers on the edges. Now, going forward, I do think that we have a lot of winnable games coming up. The New York Giants and the Washington football team, I believe, are the next 2 games that we have. And then I believe we have to go to London to play the New York Jets as well coming up. So we have a lot of winnable games in the next 5 or 6 games. And I was really impressed with what I seen from this Atlanta Falcons team and the way that they fought. No, there isn't any moral victories in the NFL or in professional sports. You either win or lose. And this one did go down in the loss column. But I do think the way that they fought today in this game, or the way that they fought yesterday, in that game, shows that this Atlanta Falcons team has a chance to win a lot of games this season. Everybody is not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as far as talent. To me, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the most talented team from top to bottom on offense and defense and special teams. So if you can go toe-to-toe with the champs, the defending champions, I really feel like this Atlanta Falcons team is going to be able to go toe-to-toe with anybody. And in this game, we saw that the defense were able to, keep us in the game early, and we were able to get momentum. And once we got that momentum in the second half, we've seen Matt Ryan and this offense get into a rhythm. And I think that this rhythm that they got in this game is going to be carried forward to the next couple games that we have. And I also think the young players that we have on this team, like the Matt Hennessy's, like the Jalen Mayfields on the offensive line, and like some of the guys that we have on the defensive side of the ball, these young players are going to continue to gain confidence. And I think that this is one of those games that could be a stepping stone for these younger players to actually gain confidence. When you go toe-to-toe with the champs and you compete the way that these guys competed, I really think that there's a huge chance this Falcons team could definitely continue to improve. And I definitely think that we have a strong chance of winning this game against New York, and we have a strong chance of winning the next five out of 6 games, or even maybe going 6-0 over the next 6 games, because we have a lot of winnable games going forward. But with that being said, you guys let me know what you think of the video. Let me know the improvements you think that this team needs to improve upon. Let me know the things that you think the team did well in this game. Like I said, I think the offense did a good job of making adjustments and getting into a rhythm. I think the defense did a solid job of pressuring the passer. And I think that they did a pretty good job as well as getting takeaways. The only negative that I really saw in this game mainly was the special teams unit. I really think that they failed the Atlanta Falcons in this game when we got the momentum in that third quarter. That shank punt really, the 2 shank punts that we had for like only 30 yards, that really slowed down the momentum and took the wind out of our sails in that game. But with that being said, this be your boy Jew. I'll holler at you guys in the next video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. We are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, but I'm going to have a lot more coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up. Peace.